55 to 34. Beat his fucking man. Yeah, that shit was hard. Like a light.
Watson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for dealing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
Look, hit his name,
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for Trey Cannon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So
Larry, Larry, you had the whole league under that.
Hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's gonna make me go grab mad. I ain't played it since the last time I beat your hood, man.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think
that he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
Cleared him out.
And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Hey, who was that, Kamara?
Set now to kick this one away, and
off he got
it
his
goes.
Nose ring in.
Let's feel it at the 2. And now running right through it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
I don't even want to go out there.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Lucky I ain't got 2 Wednesday.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
In a minute.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The open man is Westbrook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gone!
Play action. Now Jackson.
Yeah,
And incomplete right there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught. Nelson. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now.
Throwing again. Jackson. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Driving Carmelo ass, bro.
Carmelo.
Oh, that was some bullshit. He should have caught that ball.
It hit him right in his hand, didn't it?
That pressure. That pressure
Here
made him
comes
drop
the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards.
He was scared. He seen them motherfucking hitters right there.
Heard them footsteps.
To throw again is Jackson.
Oh, he dropped that motherfucker. How the fuck he dropped
Took
that?
a shot, couldn't connect.
Cover two.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to
missed
go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
How the hell he dropped that, man? How he dropped that? How he dropped that, man?
Look like the user game wasn't all there.
See, that was a user catch.
I know. I seen it. That's why I said look, he shouldn't have dropped that.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
4th down, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The Jags have their first opportunity in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try to run for it with Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Jackson on 2nd down.
Oh,
When
come
this
on,
ball's
he
tipped
got
and
that
intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here.
There's Juno.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that
Join the
was
neighborhood,
swallowed up.
you know.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Watson now to throw. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
I ain't watched Madden in so long, nigga. Shit look clean.
There on the screen, it's 2nd
Over here
down.
crunked off these niggas' game. Ask AP, I used to tap his head all the time, man. I might have to go get it.
Well, you did it one time.
I don't want to hear it, AP.
On 2nd down, Kamara.
He didn't want to. I beat him, and he didn't never put the game back no more.
As a result, the drive continues. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
Yeah, the same rule of ground.
They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Ooh, he pulled a muscle.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's a hell of a turnaround down there, Jackson.
He'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Nigga, AP just came off a good game, 24 and 24. Yeah, hell of a game for him. He's tearing their ass up. And we went to double overtime.
Defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Them niggas all was 94s and 93s.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
It's always some dude that's making ass in your shit.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. caught by Nelson left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
He only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ready, AP?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to come back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's got the hook up to Lee. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You gotta go to work, bro.
From the gun, Jackson.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls
incomplete.
It'll be second down.
Yeah, with another player.
Might be him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. That's complete, right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. And here comes the Texans now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front.
I knew something was up. Bird, you fucking white.
You know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And he hits this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. You can pick it up in big chunks.
White on my screen.
Like that, have explosive plays. That's often.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler.
No, white in mine.
In there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book of single-season sacks. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
You didn't like that.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Again, this is Kamara. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Go back!
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, try to put together another.
Waiting on AP to cut. He act like he over there watching the broadcast.
Nodded the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again.
He didn't
have that kind of confidence.
He didn't see the yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Big third down play there for the Jags. 61 yards.
I did too until you seen him ripping. I bet that nigga did. He thought the same thing
over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
I hit a layup
every now. Here's Jackson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, had a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
After the interception, here's Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring on second down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get him, Kevin.
Throwing again, it's Watson. Flushed out right.
Trying to get this team fired.
Let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, man, you scared me, though. They were all I'm seeing was white uniform. Got our team fired. Ooh, my team fire is gone.
Now we'll play fake and it's Watson.
They didn't take it, though, from the missed shot.
Now he'll let it go deep over the... He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got
outside. I was already back to nothing.
And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I don't know what happened, man.
But depending on the team, they
call that
an
explosive
play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
You on fire? I'm going to hit you real quick.
Watson throwing again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Off of play action, it's Watson. He's gonna wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
AP gone.
Got my shit.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first carry now for
I'm telling you, you and White, man, niggas is not focused, man.
Out of bounds ends right there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We had the ball
We
half
both
the
know
time.
it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
I told you, you scared me a while ago. I thought you was the other team. That's why I went the other way.
This thing away before halftime. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
God damn, man.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Watson. And a hit turn it loose. It's incomplete.
Homeboy named KP.
I'm glad this goddamn rebound.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Shots.
Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He can run, and this results in 6. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Completes it to Lee. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first down, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Watson, off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot, that defense right there. The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jaguars getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. And say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And some room to run now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That boy, all right. He's pretty decent, boy.
There you go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Yeah, I did, man. He went right past me.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Lee's got it over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know what we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 64 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Reset.
On 1st down, Watson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
They go again with Cannon.
Closes
quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
That's a good explosive run right there on the draw play. And in order for it to be successful, you've got to have some good faking going on and people having a nice little time clock in their head to understand how it all knits together. An offensive line really showing a pass set that they're going to pass block, maybe to draw in those defensive linemen, have them come upfield, and then get past them, hand the ball off to the running back, and oftentimes he bypasses the guys headed for the quarterback, thinking they're going to get a sack, and gets himself into the second.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Watson operating from the gun. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
31-7. We just scored some bullshit, but
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, my bad.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Jackson on the crossing route, complete. That's Lee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a 1st down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Detroit!
Again, Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You said that.
Get up and get up.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. Now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
I don't believe that.
Mo shooting.
Should get to 75.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
About 15 games straight.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back,
it's a foot race. 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before. On the flip side of this,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dante Fowler in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Dorsett on the return. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Ooh.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays?
Damn.
All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Dorsett. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Good job, bud. Big man game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
To throw again. Jackson.
He's killing
And the
him.
hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But
That's
correct.
great.
No pick, just incomplete that time.
Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. He's got the hook up to lead. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Ooh,
They go play action here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now Leonard Fournette, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Jaguars on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he returned just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Ooh, that boy got
protection has been a problem all
Tom
night long
Brady,
as they
baby.
come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Watson now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Texans, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a rare loss.